Finished up another Victor 2 spring this morning. It's all ready to be wound up and tested. Got it mounted to the test board. This is an older 2 spring out of a model VVX. Had the pear-shaped hole springs in it, and both springs were damaged, so I've replaced the entire spring barrel with a newer style spring barrel. Has the bent arbor springs inside, two 17-foot springs, 34 feet total, and we're all ready to test it for its first winding. Let's see, as a special treat, let's hook up the credenza horn. Poke this vacuum cleaner hose through here. And plug in the horn. Top of the credenza. And let's see, we need a tone arm. Good enough. It's appropriate for this time of the season. That's pretty tight. What was that, about 48 or 49 winds? Nice and quiet.
Well, they was going to take the census in our county, and I got the appointment to take Pumpkin Center Township, so I started out. I had to go to folks' houses and ask them where they was born and what for, what their religion was and whether they was working on it, how many times they had been married, was they conscious when they done it, whether they was white or colored, how many children they had, did any of them have fits, what was the League of Nations, and did the eclipse of the sun affect the daylight saving law? There was a Swede family in our township, and I went there first. There wasn't anyone home, only Mrs. Peterson, so I told her I had come to get the census. She said, "Oh, he don't mean home, and I don't know. Well, he shall keep them have census. I think he don't got some. You shall look in barn or in woodshed." I got laughing, so I had to get right out of there. Then I went over to Mandy Perkins, an old maid what lived over on the Willie Creek Road, and I told her I'd come to take the census. She said I ought to take something, for she never seen a more beaten, run down looking old critter in all of her life. And she wanted to know if I suffered from headache, but she supposed not, cause people who were not in their right mind hardly ever had headache. It was affliction enough to be simple-minded. She asked me if I was troubled with cold feet, and I told her no. I slept for myself, and then I got out of there. There was an Irish family about a mile from there. I went to see them. The first one I saw was Mrs. Maloney. I told her I wanted to know if she had the census. She said, "What's the census? Is it anything like the fluenza I to know?" Then I told her I'd come to take the census, and she said, the St. Stephen's, the poor man, is out of his mind. I told her I had my right mind, but I wanted to know if she was married or single, and if single, why. And she said, "Poor man, you have it bad. You have a punctured tire, and the spark plug in your think box is backfiring." I commenced to think it was, but I asked her if her husband was Irish or German, and was she a Baptist or an APA? That's all I remember now. I don't know how or when I got home, but they say Mrs. Maloney was only 2 jumps behind me all the way, and she tore up most of the turnpike road and thrown it at me, and she didn't miss me either.